Hey guys, Wolfie here, and this is a special presentation, and although some of the subject matter is not the City of Final Fantasy Opera Amiya related, it's a subject matter that could affect the future of the game in a really weird way. So what am I going to be talking about, and how could this affect the future of the game, you ask? So I was looking at another YouTube content creator, RGT85, and the name of the video is a bit of a mouthful, but it is what it is. And I'll have the username, the name of the video, and the timestamp. So a little bit to the new here. So RGT85 has a video out called "Switch Online Increase in Japan and Nintendo Wins Major Case with Switch Hacking." That's the name of the video. It's around midway through. He refers to a Japanese consumption tax increase. And the original percentage, it was 8%. Now, come the 1st of October, is going to go up to 10%. Now, as a result of this increase, the Nintendo Switch games and online services in Japan are going to go up. Which could have people, trying to figure out, do I want to stay around with my current plan or change it, however you feel. So, with the whole thing with the Nintendo Switch aspect out of the way, could this very well have an effect on DFFOO JP? Yes. And the reason why I say yes to that question, and it was kind of a hard question for me to answer, even as well as remotely ask it, is because DFFOO is a mobile game. Now, knowing that, it does not make Square Enix immune to the tax increase. And that's a sad reality of all this. And with this particular increase in the tax, people may be thinking about not wanting to pre-order or adjust their plans accordingly. And with this type of consumption tax increase in Japan, this could influence whatever is going on legally in the books for Japan for the mobile games, which includes the City of Final Fantasy Opera Amiya JP. Now, there's another question that should probably roll up. Will JP influence global? And that, I do have to be honest, this remains to be seen. And the reason why I say all of this and now is because, again, this increase of the consumption tax causing the Nintendo Switch games in Japan to go up in price to accommodate the tax increase. This could open the door for varying other price increases for bundles that are inside mobile games in Japan. Japan could have a big enough influence to where the global version of the game do the same thing and increase the prices of the bundles to accommodate the tax. And I do want to point out that on Google Play, when I say this is on the global spectrum, not 100% sure on JP, but I do know that there was a recent change to the terms of service on Google Play, where anything involving mobile games or mobile versions of games have to have a tax on it. And there's a part of me that thinks that this could have influenced Japan's decision. So it's one of those, it's like, if it already hasn't taken place, it's going to now. And with all that out of the way, here are my personal thoughts on all this. Now, like I just said, Google Play, we already have for us Android users who play the City of Final Fantasy Opera Amiya, we already are dealing with the type of tax already on the bundles, as well as the complete mobile games that we make a one-time purchase on. We already have to deal with this tax. And again, this is due to a recent change in Google Play's terms of service, more specifically Google. So it's one of those, it's like, we already have been dealing with this for some time. I won't be surprised if this was an influential factor on Japan, in a sense, for the Nintendo Switch. Now, and furthermore, I will not be surprised if this starts to affect the DFFOO JP, where you have this tax increase, and you have the bundles going up in price even further. So, if this does actually happen on JP, and even more so on Global, what is the game going to do in regards of bundles, all that stuff, to keep up with these type of taxes that show up? Will players be even more free to play than before? Will pay-to-play players go the free-to-play route? If this puts the game in a bit of a bind, if in fact we see the taxes go up even further for bundles and the price increase for the bundles, if we see that in Global and or JP, this could really hurt the revenue and could kill the game because of a lack of revenue. So it's one of those, it's like, it's about keeping an eye on stuff like this and make adjustments accordingly. So if I were Square Enix, I would take a careful look at this legislation. Try your best to figure out if this is going to be for the mobile games or is this just for the console stuff. Because if it's just for the console stuff, I sure and hope and pray that we don't see anything in the sense of price changes to mobile games, because this would kill the game pretty darn quickly. And that's where I'm going to end this video. With Wolfie here, signing off. I will catch you all on the flip side.